All right, time for race number 17 in the 94 Winston Cup Series. Quick look at the points. After 16 events, I'm currently in second, 109 points behind Ernie Irvin. And then it's pretty close after that, all the way back to about seventh, maybe eighth. So a lot of positions could switch here, and there's a few tough races coming up. So I'm hoping to get to the fall tracks still in the top. If I could still be in second, that'd be great. Somewhere up here, and then I can make a run for the championship towards the end of the season. All right, this one's at Pocono, and it's a long one. Pocono, 100% length is 200 laps, 500 miles. There were 42 cars in this race. I'm doing 97%. Realistic, all boxes checked. And if it's cloudy, the car is a lot faster. But it's usually pretty warm here, so it'll be like I saw it cloudy and 90 something. If it's cloudy for qualifying, I need to take some grill tape off, or the engine will blow up, or get really close to it. And then same thing for the race. But other than that, I'm just doing qualify fast. All right, cloudy 74. I'm gonna take.
Drivers, to your cars.
I'm gonna take 5% off, and I think it'll make it all the way back around. It's a little cooler than I've seen. All right, I'm gonna take 5% off the grill tape. All right, here we go. If it's cloudy during the race, I think I'll be able to run in the top 10. This is probably my worst track. I like Pocono a lot, but I just don't do very well here. This will be my fourth race here on this channel, and I've wrecked in all of the first three. The tough thing about the track is the brake markers going into the corners are different on every turn. So this one has 3. And you can usually brake right as you're hitting the first marker. And then turn 2 has 4. And you brake right at about 1.5, just past the second marker. And then this one has 3, but the first one is way in the corner. So there's 3, 2, and then you got to brake on the second marker. You wait for that first marker, I just go straight in the wall.
One more lap.
14, okay? Hit the water temperature light going into turn 1 there. There it is. I think it'll make it all the way back around though. And if you're following someone real close, then it's hard to see those brake markers. So I've been looking at the RVs going into turn 3 instead of the brake markers, because I think getting into turn 3 is the hardest part. All right, I don't know if I'll pick up any time on this lap.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
Oh, I did. Okay, 16th. And the car made it all the way around. See, now it's clear in 81. Let's see. What's the temperature for the race? Clear 80. All right, I'm going to take a little more tape off for the fast
Drivers,
setup.
to your cars.
I think I usually start at 45%. Yeah. Then if I want to add some, I can. I don't usually because there's usually too much tape on to begin with. And then the car wants to overheat when you're following all these cars. Oh, I'm starting on the outside. I don't really like that. Where's the standings? Here we go. All right, so I'm starting 16th. I'm behind Dale Jarrett on pit road. So I'm pitting behind Dale Jarrett, pitting in front of Bill Elliott. Try and remember that. Any slow cars up here? No, that looks pretty good. I think the slowest car will be Strickland right in front of me. Yeah, that's him right there. And then the gap for me. I'll have Todd Bodine right behind me. Rusty will be fast. He's starting on the inside. Okay, Irvin is way back here in 39th for some reason. I think he'll be coming up through the field, so eventually when I see him, I'll just let him go. Marlon's starting last. And Musgrave, he may be kind of fast, so he may come up at some point. All right, and you know, when it's clear and warm like this, I usually run somewhere around 20th. So I think I'm starting him right about the perfect position. Just don't like being on the outside. I'll have Jarrett to my inside and then Bill Elliott behind him. And then Wallace behind him and then Grissom. So if I need to try and get down, maybe I can get down in front of Grissom. I think mostly I just don't want to end up 3 wide on the outside in turn 1. That wouldn't be good. And it's a lot easier to judge where I'm at on the track if I'm on the bottom, but we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Think I'm ready. Take a drink. Some gum. All right, I'm ready. I took grill tape off, right? My fast, yes. Okay, I did. Just making sure. All right, here we go.
Drivers, start your engines!
Boy, this is a long one. And the pit stops are usually every 40, or I can go 40 laps. But the AI, if I remember correctly, they were pitting on like maybe 34, 35, something like that. So this first run goes green, which I'm assuming it will. Then when we get to pit stops, I'm going to stay out and get 5 bonus points for leading a lap, and then I'll pit. Car's going to be a lot tighter in the warm weather, or in the clear weather. I was kind of hoping this race would be cloudy. I don't think I've run a cloudy race here in my 3 previous races here. I think the car would be a lot faster, and I think it would be a little easier to control and not as tight. But I tend to like the car being a little more tight than loose. How's the tire temps? Tire temps look pretty good. Not as good as the AI tire temps right now, but pretty good. All right, so I figured out there's one group of RVs here, then there's this gap, then this second group of RVs, and then this last big RV, it's like a van right there, and then you hit that second marker. So if I'm right up on someone's bumper, I'm gonna look for those RVs and not worry about those dumb brake markers, since I don't like them. They're not very reliable. All right, here we go.
Get ready now. Going green. Pace car's in. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
All right, Bill did not get a very good start. I'm wondering if I can get in behind Jarrett here. Nope, Bill's gonna jump down there.
Car inside.
All right, no worries. Now Rusty's down low, kind of stuck here.
Clear. Inside.
All right, I'm 3 wide on the outside.
Top, 3 wide.
Don't hit me, Todd.
Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Inside.
All right.
You're up top, 3
Don't
wide.
hit the wall.
Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Inside. Still there.
All right, 2 wide again. I'd like to get to the bottom here. All right, Brett Bodine's looking 3 wide on Sachs.
Clear.
There, thank God.
Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
That was a bit hairy starting on the outside, but survived.
Car inside. Still there.
I'm not going in the middle. Screw that. I'm still stuck behind Strickland a little bit here.
Clear. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear.
All right, a couple times ago I went high in turn 3. I don't like being kind of in the chain reaction or the accordion effect on the low line there. So trying to do a little different strategy in this race. Seems a little safer to just take the high line and then get back in line rather than try and force my way into the middle or into the bottom if we're all stacked up going into the corner. I think that's how I'm going to make the majority of my passes. I'm a little faster than the AI coming off turn 1, but a little slower coming off turn 3. I see Ernie Irvin coming up behind me. He's passing Hood Strickland right now.
Inside. Clear inside.
Just let him go. I think I'm in a pretty good spot here.
Let's go. Race back to the line. We got trouble on the Long Pond Straight.
Okay, that was behind me.
We got a wreck on the Long Pond Straight. Pit road is closed. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the one car.
All right, the water temperature seems fine. I'm going to leave it at 45%. Pretty sure everyone will be pitting. Okay, looks
29 car.
Looks like we got a couple blown up cars here, or at least one.
Pit road is now open. Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
All right, under 4,000. Did I? Oh, okay, here it is. Thought I passed my pit.
The pace cars in turn 1. Go, go, go! Limits 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. The pace cars on the long palm straight. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 26 car.
All right, I don't think this restart will be too bad because it's going to be pretty much single file. We might have one or two guys a lap down if they were in that wreck. Yeah, one guy, Strickland, and I think he was stuck on pit road. He was pitting right. Yeah, okay, he's out now. All right, so we knocked a bunch of cars out of the race already. That's good. And it looks like everyone's on the lead lap. So don't have to worry about lap cars being on the inside. How's the tire temps? Going down. By the time we get back around, they'll be down at like 100. I'm a little worried about that. So the car is not going to turn in turn 1. I'm going to go high. Let some of these dudes behind me, if they want to push the issue, they can go under me. And I'll just stay in the high lane for a little bit. And then if I end up 3 wide on the outside, whatever. Just do it like the start. I'll get back down eventually. But it's still way early in the race. Only done 15 laps, 186 to go. So no need for any nonsense here. And I'm restarting 21st. And there's only 34 cars left, so there's only 13 cars behind me. If anything looks shady, I could just fall all the way to the back. I'd much rather do that. than end up in a situation like Loudon, getting stuck behind really slow cars or something. But if there are any slow cars, I'm pretty sure they're behind me at this point. Knocked a bunch of guys out. Yeah, down at 110, and we still got to go another lap.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 26 car on the outside line.
Feeling a little rusty. I haven't been able to race. Well, I've been able to, but I haven't raced in a couple weeks. I've been doing lots of track editing. I'm trying to edit a bunch of tracks so I can start a new season to run in conjunction with this one. So I've been doing lots of track editing. I haven't been racing as much. I did practice this one a lot last night so I could look at the braking points, because that seems to be where I have the most problem. All right, who's behind me? We got Gant, Nemechek, Gordon, Marlin. All right, on the start, all of those guys are going to be faster than me. But I want to watch out for like Gordon and Marlin. Yeah, watch out for Gordon, Marlin, maybe like Sachs and Bobby Labonte, but even with cold tires, I should be able to hold my own on Wally Dallenbach here. And the rest of those guys, I'm guessing they're damaged. Okay, what's Bill Elliott doing? He's got a problem. Thankfully, he's having a problem right now and not right on the restart. Appreciate that, Bill. All right, here we go. Be careful. Give myself a little buffer here.
Get ready now. Going green.
How's the tire temps? Pretty low.
The pace car's in. Green, green, green!
All right, got a little gap back to Gant. That's good. Okay, here comes Gordon.
Inside. Clear.
going to kind of force Marlin up in the higher line. Didn't want him swooping down into turn one on my bumper.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear.
Alright, that restart wasn't too bad at all. Harry Gant was a little slower than I thought he'd be. And that gave me a good buffer to kind of fall in line and then let Marlin and Gordon get in front. They look a little faster than me, but I would like to stay up with them and keep this draft a little bit. All right, Steve Grissom is falling way behind, so looks like I'm pretty safe in this position. Though I think I can get up there and fight with some of these guys as the tires wear. Kind of rather they sort it all out before I get up there, though. All right, looks like Marlin's through.
Car inside. Clear. Inside. Clear inside. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside.
Alright, I think I'm faster than Brett Bodine. I just got to get a good run on him coming off turn 1. Gave him a little bump on accident. Sorry, Brett. Killed my momentum coming off the turn.
Outside. Still there. Still there. Still there.
Just gave Jeff a little bump. Sorry, Jeff. Just trying to keep my momentum up. Come on. Hopefully I can get under him here going into 1.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Nice. All right, coming up on a lap car.
Outside. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Nice. All right, we're a little later in the run, and so my car's getting a little faster relative to the AI. Pulling away from Gordon. Brett Bodine, looked like Brett Bodine tried to get around Gordon and it cost him a second. How far am I behind the leader? 12 seconds? Okay. I'm looking pretty good here. Gaining time. Oh, it looks like someone's coming off pit road up there. A red car. Not sure who that is. Gaining time. I'm 15 seconds behind the leader, but here, that's nothing. It's like a quarter of a lap. Or a third of a lap. Something like that. So I'm looking good. You know, I wonder if that red car that came off pit road, I wonder if that was Gordon. It was. I don't see him anymore. So he must have pit for some reason. And I think we went green on lap 19. Something like that. So pit stop should be coming up. Yeah, I'd say in the next few laps. Pretty sure I can go a couple laps farther than the AI, so I'm gonna stay out until I lead a lap to get the bonus points, and then I'll come down pit road. A little high there. Coming up on some lap cars, Chuck Bound. He may be going in the pits. Same with Wally here.
Pitting now.
Okay, good.
Clear.
Some guys coming off pit road here. Guys should be much faster than me in the corners because they got fresh tires, so I'm gonna let Grissom go here.
Clear
and
inside.
Harry Gant's coming up. God
inside.
Damn it.
Clear inside.
Get off the wall. It's just stupid. All right, I'm fine. It's that turn, man. I just, when I'm right up on someone's bumper, and then as I was getting up on Grissom's bumper, then Gant was getting up on my bumper, and then I was kind of sandwiched in between them going into the corner. And that's the most dangerous spot to be, going into the corners here. And so then I start second guessing when I should hit the brake because I don't want to get run over by Harry Gant, but I don't want to run over Grissom. Just dumb. It's turn 3 is the worst turn. So I think I actually hit the brake, got off the brake, hit the gas, and then got back on the brake again, and by then it was too late. All right, how the tires look? Tires are fine. I don't think the damage is any big deal. I'm gonna stay out and get my 5 bonus points, and then I'll pit. Just costs me a lot of time, that's all. I should have just pulled to the inside and let those 2 guys go because they had fresher tires anyway.
You're in first.
All right, there's my 5 bonus points. Let's see. Should I waste time doing repairs? Almost hit the wall there.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
All right, I don't think I should waste too much time doing repairs. Maybe like 3 seconds and then just go. Oh, that was dumb.
Go, go, go!
Oh, okay,
Keep it
good.
under 55.
They repaired it.
Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
It was just one little hammer hit. Boom, and then it was repaired. So they basically just pulled the fender off the tire. All right.
Fix the damage.
Let's see, where am I at now? 30 seconds. All right, hopefully if I have at least one lap fresher tires, that will prevent me from losing too much time. And I know towards the end of the run, I'm a little faster. Lap is this 56? So I pit on like 54. My lap times are about half a second off my best lap, but I think a lot of that is draft. I don't think it's damage. It's just dumb. Oh well, that's why this track is my worst track. All right, lock in, still good. All right, I'm pulling away from Todd Bodine, so I think I'm good here. Just pretty far behind the leader now. All right, Jeff Gordon is the next car in front of me, but he's a little off sequence, so I think he's got older tires. Should be able to catch him. I'm still pulling away from Todd Bodine. Yeah, see, that was a much faster lap. I think because I was getting some draft off Dallenbach and Chuck Bound.
Outside.
Okay, Greg Sachs has damage.
Clear outside.
He must have been involved in that first caution. Hamilton's got damage.
Clear outside.
All right, 38:27. I'd like to see how I'm doing against the leader. It's almost the second lap. need a caution. I need a caution big time. think that's Sterling going in the pits. Yeah, that's Sterling. So I bet Jeff Gordon's about to pit too. All right, I'm gaining on Rick Mast. All right, so I don't think that damage is having any effect. I think it was just some really light scratches. Basically, they just pulled the fender off the tire and it's good to go. It's just I'm out here all by myself, so I'm not getting any draft, and the leader is coming. And once the leader gets here, I'm not going to be able to hold him off. I'll just get run over. I'm guessing the leader is Irvin or Earnhardt. I think I said I pit on lap 54. So it's been 25 laps. I don't think the leader is going to catch me as fast as he was in the first half of the run. But he is coming. Yeah, see, I only lost like a third of a second there. So I need a caution like on this pit sequence or I'm going to lose a lap.
Inside. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear inside.
That was unfortunate. Caught him at like the worst possible time. All right, I need a caution, man. I need a caution right now. If I could get a caution here as the last car on the lead lap, that would be perfect. Alright, some guys are pitting. Yeah, here comes Mark Martin off pit road.
The leader's pitting now.
Okay, Dave Marcus is pitting.
Inside. Clear inside. Inside. Clear inside.
All right, Mark Martin is for position, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get up and lead a lap here. I mean, even if everyone pits, Mark Martin would still be in front of me, so he would be the leader. And I'm losing a lot of time to him. So once I pit, I'm going to be a lap down. And I think that's Earnhardt behind me.
Inside. Clear inside.
All right, I think it's time to pit. I don't think I'm going to get the caution.
The leader's pitting now.
All right, I'm coming in.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
Thought I was going to speed there.
Go, go, go! Yes, we nailed that stop. Great work, guys. Limit's 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Am I still on the lead lap? I think I am. All right, I'm still on the lead lap. Still use a caution. And I'm actually gaining on the leader. And I'm guessing just from staying out longer, I have a little fresher tires than him. Scratch the wall a little bit, no damage. All right, Musgrave started way in the back, and it looks like he was involved in that first caution. He's got all sorts of damage. And the next like 5 dudes ahead of me are all for position. And Marlin and Gordon are on older tires, I think. Come on. All right, I'm still gaining on the leader.
Outside. Still there. Clear. There are the cross flags. We're halfway home.
All right, halfway. All right, best case scenario here, I get a caution before I go a lap down. And it looks like I'm able to stay in front of the leader on this run. Second best scenario, it just goes green the whole rest of the race, and because I'm faster than these guys, so I keep picking up positions. Worst case scenario, I go a lap down and then the caution comes out. All right, got a couple slow cars here. Bobby Hamilton is damaged. Chuck Bound is slow.
Outside. Still there.
Here we go.
Bottom, 3 wide. Outside. Outside.
All right, I wussed out a little bit.
Car outside.
I got past Hamilton.
Clear. Outside. Clear.
Surprised Bobby Labonte was not for position, so he must be pretty far back. Pretty sure Greg Sachs is damaged. Yeah, Greg Sachs is damaged.
Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Lost some time to the leader there. Getting through that traffic. Hopefully they'll hold up the leader once the leader catches them. just seeing if the leader has caught that traffic or not. It doesn't look like it, not yet. So hopefully I can gain a little time over the next few laps while the leader is trying to work his way around them. And, you know, Gordon is not looking as off sequence as he was in that last run.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Someone's coming off pit road. I think that might be Marlin. Someone's blowing up, going into turn 2. Harry Gant. Fortunately, that is not a free spot. So I'm already ahead of him. Too bad that didn't cause a caution. Yeah. I haven't been paying attention to who the leader is, but I think one of the leaders running up front is pitting really early. And then the other leader is staying out a lot longer. So then in the first half of the run, the guy who pitted early has older tires and I was pulling away from him, just barely. But now the guy who pitted later has caught that leader, passed him, and now the leader who has about the same amount of laps on his tires as me is now catching me. I don't remember the last lap I pitted. Alright, it says I can go 17 laps. And I think I can go 40. So, if it stays green, should only be 2 more pit stops. The AI, though, I think they're only going like 35. So I think they're going to need 3 more pit stops.
Car outside. Still there.
All right, let's pay attention here.
Clear.
Mikey trying to dive below me going into 3. Really wish these guys would stay in line so I could pass them easier. Now Mikey's coming up on my bumper.
Car outside.
Diving under Kyle.
Still there. Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear outside. The leader's pitting now. pitting now. Clear outside.
If I could get a debris caution or something, that would be huge. Oh, Kyle almost ran into Bobby Labonte there. Looks like Jarrett and Kyle are still staying out. The pit window is just very wide here. And I'm sure all these guys that have already pit are going to have to pit 2 more times. On top of this pit stop.
The leader's pitting now.
Bonnie's got fresh tires. I'm going to let him go.
Clear inside.
Okay, Earnhardt and Irvin. I wonder if they've already pit. I'm guessing they have. All right, I think I'm gonna pit. Yeah, I'll pit this time.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
All right.
Go, go, go! Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
There's the leaders right there. Don't hit me, guys. Thank you.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide. You're up top, 3 wide.
All right, all right.
Still there. Clear inside.
Tires are a little cold. Sterling is way off sequence, so he's pretty slow here.
Outside.
Oh, let me go, Sterling. Come on. Now Rudd is on my bumper.
Clear outside. Car inside. Clear.
All right, Mark Martin has been short pitting it. So I've got faster tires than him, but okay, Rudd's making a move. Let him go.
Clear inside.
Oh, come on, Rudd. Boy, I don't like coming off pit road right in the middle of a battle with the leaders. All right, I'm definitely lost my lap now. Yeah, okay, everyone I was in a group with has gone a lap down. Like Kyle Petty, Dale Jarrett. All right, now I would prefer that this race just go caution free. I mean, except for that first caution at the very beginning. I'm only going to pit one more time. And Mark Martin definitely has to pit 2 more times. And whoever's on the same schedule as Mark Martin has to pit 2 more times. So if it goes green and Alley pit once more, I think that's my best shot at getting into the top 10. See, I can tell I have pressure tires in these guys because I'm catching them in the turns. It's just the straightaways, they're way faster than me. Which is really awkward to race against. All right, coming up on Dawn back here. Just can't get up beside him on the straightaway. See, I think I'm faster than both of these guys. It's just, it's awkward trying to get the right run at the right spot. And if I get around Rudd, then he's going to be all over my bumper while I'm trying to get around Mark. But it looks like Mark is the weak link here. Here we go. Come on, Rudd. Let's go, man. Come on. You had him, Rudd. And I think I could be catching Michael Waltrip here. These two guys are just kind of holding me up.
Car outside. Still there.
I got a pretty good run here. Come on.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
All right. If I can keep him from passing me down the straightaway, I should be able to pull away a little bit coming off one. And maybe get under Mark here.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, that worked out pretty good. I just got to keep him behind me. Come on, Mark. Oh my God.
Inside. Clear inside.
I kind of tried to block him, but that was not smart at all. Let me go, Mark. Come on, man.
Still there. Clear.
Alright. Enough of that. There, now those two can go race each other behind me.
Clear outside.
That was a fun battle with Rudd and Mark Martin there. I gotta remember to bookmark that. That was about lap 140. Almost hit the wall a little bit. Though I almost got myself wrecked going into turn 3 trying to block Mark Martin like that. All right, I think I last pit on lap 125. 75 laps to go. Divided by 2 is 37. So I need to go 38 laps in order to do it on just one more stop. So 125 plus 38 be 163. Oh, there's Marlin coming off pit road, all off sequence. Wait, if I pit on 168, then that'll only be 32 laps left. That's not right. What's 75 divided by 2? 37. No. 37.5.
Car inside. Still there. Clear. Inside. Still there. Still there. Clear. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear.
Okay, half of 75 is 37.5. So 125 plus 37 is, Jesus, 162? Yes, okay, 162.
Outside. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
All right, I gotta go to at least lap 162, which is in 12 more laps. And I can go another 19, so yeah, one more pit stop on 162.
Outside. Clear outside.
You know, getting stuck behind Rudd and Martin for the whole first half of this run kind of slowed me down. I should be up there with Petty. I think I lost a couple of seconds because of that. Oh, that's Jarrett. All right, there's no way they're going 49 laps. I really hope it stays green now so I can see how this plays out.
The leader's pitting now.
Am I back on the lead lap? I am.
Car outside. Clear.
Or if there's going to be another caution, just like do it right now while I'm on the lead lap. I'm sure NASCAR is getting antsy, wanting to bunch up the field right now. But this is 94. Don't pull that shit. Phantom debris caution. Ooh, I almost hit the wall there. Marlin's catching me. He's on fresh tires. About 6 more laps till I pit. Come on, Marlin. Just go, man.
Clear inside.
All right, judging by where I'm at right now, I think this is about where I could finish if I only pit one more time. But Schrader, Shepard, all those guys are on fresh tires right now, so I'm losing a lot of time to them. But I think it's worth it to not have to do an extra pit stop. And once I do my pit stop, then I'll have fresher tires in them. So I'll make some of this time I'm losing, I'll make it up a little bit. I don't know. See how it shakes out here. Yeah, here comes Schrader on fresh tires. I'm just going to get out of these guys' way. He's coming pretty fast.
Inside. Clear.
Stay high, let them go.
Inside. Still there. Clear.
All right, 4 more laps. Shoulders getting tired. And these AI, they're going to break up this last run in 2. They won't wait. to pit. So if they pit on like lap 150, then they'll pit again on 175. So they can get the most out of the fresh tires.
Car inside. Still there. Clear inside. Inside. You're up top, 3 wide, inside.
Oh, I'm not.
Clear inside.
Spotter with the Phantom 3 wide calls. Tires look fine. I don't know why the AI pit so early here. Try and figure that out. Like I could easily go until I run out of fuel. Yeah, I could go another 7 laps, but I'm gonna pit. All right, coming in this time.
Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Go, 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 go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Fiddling with my gum. One of my 92 races here, I was having a good run, and then I went on pit road and was drinking tea on the pit stop and spilt tea all over myself, and then sped off pit road, got a black flag, and that pretty much ended that race, or any chance of getting a good finish anyway. This just hasn't been my track. This race is going pretty good though. I hope it goes caution free. I don't have to pit again. But a lot of these, I think most everyone in front of me is going to have to pit one more time. and I can get in the top 10. But I'm 10 seconds behind Jeff Gordon because I was staying out so long. And I am a lap down, so I really don't want a caution to come out. All right, let's focus here. Just get in there. Lock in 31 laps. How is Jeff Gordon pulling away from me? He should be on like really old tires right now, I would think. Oh well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to pit again, so it won't matter. All right, I think the AI is going to start pitting here in the next 2 laps. Anywhere between here and 180. I think they'll be going in for their last pit stop. All right, there's Marlin going in. I think that was Marlin. Could have been Michael Waltrip. I think it was Marlin. But Marlin has been off sequence, so I think he's about to get back on sequence with everyone else. I mean, it depends. I think the AI usually will cut the last run in half if they have to pit and get fuel and stuff. Though some of them may stay out as long as they can and then only get 2 tires. I mean, that's possible. All right, I can go 30. Okay, I got plenty of fuel. I worry about my crew chief running me out of gas on the last lap, since he has done that before a few times. And I didn't check to see how much fuel they were putting in it when I pit. Alright, I think, okay, Jeff Bodine was on pit road. Okay, there goes Jeff Gordon down pit road. See, even with fresh tires, I don't think Gordon's going to have enough laps to catch back up to me. And my tires aren't even that old. What, 15 laps? More guys going down pit road. Okay, that one was Michael Waltrip. All right, 20 to go. Here's Brett Bodine. Should be a lap ahead of him now.
Car inside. Still there.
All right, if he's going to race me here, I'm just going to let him go. He's got fresher tires.
Clear inside.
If he got 4 tires, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten 4 tires. I think he's just letting his tires get up to temperature here. Oh, I may be faster than him. All right, a guy coming off pit road here. I think that's Rick Mast.
Clear outside.
Okay, there. Yeah, Prepodine has fresh tires, so he just took off into the turn on the outside and gapped me a little bit. All right, so Labani has fresh tires. He's made his pit stop. He's behind me. He definitely has enough time to catch me, so I'm going to lose some of these spots. Hopefully I can keep it in the top 10. There's a whole line of cars coming. Guessing one of those is Terry Labonte. Yeah, he's gonna catch me here. Probably this lap or the next one. And I'm just gonna have to let him go. Looks like Marlin and then Labonte. Okay, Marlin, Labonte, Urban. Okay, I don't want to be 3 wide on the outside here. Let me get into the turn first.
Here comes the leader. Car inside. You're up top, 3 wide. Car inside.
All right,
Clear
that
inside.
worked out. Here comes Jeff Bodine.
Inside. Clear inside.
Trying to give him plenty of room, hit the wall a little bit. All right, so I'm guessing Irvin is the leader, so I'm back a lap down. Yeah, I'm back a lap down. All right, next car is the 15. Lake Speed. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to catch me too. All right, 10 to go, about. All right, I think, is that Earnhardt coming up on me? Yeah, I think so.
Inside. Clear.
All right, let's see. I think Earnhardt is in second. Yeah, Irvin's the leader. Rudd, Martin, Shepard, Schrader. Not seeing Rusty Wallace in the top 10. Jesus, don't hit the wall. Rusty Wallace is out. All right, here comes Lake Speed. Still like 9 to go, so I'm not going to be able to hold him off. Just let him go.
Still there. Clear.
All right, that puts me in 10th. Let's see who's behind Lake Speed. Darrell Waltrip. All right, Darrell's got a, yeah, I think Darrell might catch me too.
Still there. Clear.
Whoa, Darrell. I think Darrell just lost some time. Thought he was at like 3.5 seconds. All right, maybe I could stay in front of Darrell and get a top 10. Darrell must have gotten hung up behind someone for a lap, because he just took half a second off.
Just 5 more to go.
5 to go. Darrell gained almost a second that lap. It's going to be tight with Darrell. I don't know if he's going to catch me or not. see, he didn't make up any time on that lap.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line. There's too much debris on the track.
Really? A debris caution with 3 to go? Alright, well, it's going to end under caution then. I'm going to stay in front of Daryl.
Pit road is closed.
And it looks like I'm going to get 10th.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 15 car.
A debris caution with basically 2 to go. Alright, just don't let anything dumb happen on this caution. Don't run into me or anything. Alright, and no one should pit. I think it'll end just like this. Just gotta drive around here for a couple laps. Well, you know, so that first caution happened on like lap 20.
Pit road is now open. We can't pit this time by. We're not on the lead lap.
Okay, don't worry about it. That first caution happened on like lap 20, and then it was green for 180 laps basically after that.
One more lap to go.
And I was making progress. That first mistake, that one mistake I made, running into Steve Grissom in turn 3, that was dumb. But it didn't really cost me any time on pit road and repairs. It cost me like 1 second. It got fixed. The car was fine. What is John Andretti doing here? What are these guys doing? But the okay, it looks like John Andretti is gonna have some kind of problem here or something. But every run I was making progress, so I was getting further and further up the field. I had to make up all that time I lost running into Steve Grissom. But then every run I was making up time, and then I decided to just pit the one time and everyone else pit twice, and it looks like it was the right move if I'm gonna finish 10th here. I think if I had pit with everyone else and done 2 more stops, I probably would have finished like 15th or somewhere in there. So it worked out. I mean, this is my 4th Pocono race here. This was definitely my favorite. Not as many incidents, which is good, but I mean, I'm glad there were no cautions because the restarts are just a nightmare. Or if there was going to be a caution, I wish it would have come out before I went a lap down. And that would have worked out okay. And John Andretti is going to go on pit road for some reason. Someone way in the back of the line is going on pit road too.
There's the flag. It's over. Great job, buddy.
Thanks, spotter. Can I just cruise around all these guys? I mean, the race is over. Or should I just follow them around? I'll just follow them. Who cares? But of the leaders, I mean, all the leaders stayed in the race except Rusty Wallace. John Andretti already pit. Yeah, he says he's got a tire problem. And Joe Nemechek was that other car that was going down pit road. Yeah, Mayfield, Hensley, Burton, Wallace, Strickland, Trickle, Jeff Burton, Jimmy Spencer. Oh, Bill Elliott went out. And Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace has had a horrible, horrible run of races. All right, what's going on here, Lake? Is Lake just going to stop here? Can he? Jesus, Lake, what are you doing, man? All right, whatever. Let's just. Yeah, Spotter didn't tell me to just stay behind him, so whatever.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
We're stopping.
The race is over. Come on in.
All right. All right. Okay, export. This is 17 Pocono. Save 17 Pocono. Yeah, so Ernie Irvan wins it. Earnhardt second, Rudd third, Mark Martin fourth. I had a really good battle with Rudd and Martin. That was around lap 140. Morgan Shepherd, Darrell Waltrip driving sideways on pit road. Morgan Shepherd, Ken Schrader, and then Terry Labonte. Yeah, so after the pit stops, Terry Labonte eventually caught up to me. I don't think Bodine was behind me. I think he was in front of me. And then Lake Speed caught up to me and passed me, but Darrell Waltrip couldn't make it because that caution came out. But I was running right in here, so I'm pretty sure if I had done 2 stops at the end instead of just 1, I would have finished probably like 13th, 14th, 15th, something right in here. So I think it worked out okay. I think I might have gained 2 or 3 spots by just doing the 1 pit stop. And then all these guys went out at the very beginning in that accident. Let's take a look. Oh, the start was kind of harrowing. I got stuck on the outside 3 wide behind Hut Strickland. That made me really nervous. I thought it was going to be a disaster before the race even got started. See, right there, I'm stuck behind him, and it's hard to, when you're stuck right up on someone's bumper, to get the line right and get the braking right to stay in that second lane. So I missed the corner a little bit. Todd Bodine started getting under me, and then I was like, okay, just stay on the outside. Just let him go. It's not worth it. Yeah, and then Nemechek and Sachs got past me. Okay, then I'm back 2 wide. Okay, and there I was able to get going again. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Anyway, so that wreck was Bobby Hamilton was in it. It was on like lap 20. Okay, here we go. No, it was lap 12. Okay, let's see here. Lap 13. Yeah, how did Mayfield get in this? Okay, just a huge wreck in the Long Pond Straight. Oh yeah, and I think Marlon, was he in it too? Yeah, all these guys were in it. Oh, it was Strickland. I'm glad I got around him. Oh, see. Yeah, there's me. And I had just gotten around him. And he had a tire suspension failure. And just stopped in the middle of the track, and then everyone just piled into him. Yep, see right there, he just stops running. And eventually, yeah, Harry Gant hits him, and then he's sitting on the track. And these guys have nowhere to go. And they all just start piling in. Yeah, all the back markers got taken out. Yeah, those tire and suspension failures, man, it's hard to avoid that. Okay, Marlon and Ted Musgrave get past. And Bobby Hamilton, looks like he got past. Dave Marcus went sliding through the grass. And then the track is blocked, and these guys are just piling in. Let's see, where did Dave Marcus go? Yeah, he takes evasive action. Good move, Dave. He holds on to it through the grass. Yeah, boy, that saved him. Okay, and then let's see, that stupid accident that when I ran into Steve Grissom, that was dumb. I wish I could take that one back. I think that was it was around pit stops. So it would have been like lap 50. No, not lap 350. Lap 50. Somewhere right in here. Okay, there's my pit stop. Let's see if I actually got any noticeable damage from this. Wait, did I? So I already pit. So it must have been later on. Okay, I pit right there. So it must have been the next pit stop. Which would have been like 80 something. Okay, was it this one? No, it wasn't this. When was that? I don't even remember when it was now. The caution was on lap 10. We went green. The next pit stop would have been like lap 45. If we went green on lap 10, is Steve Grissom in front of me here? No. Okay, okay, I'm in 13th, so it hasn't happened yet. Still in 13th. Okay, pit stops are happening here. Did I run around for a couple of... I think I might have ran around for a couple laps after that happened. I don't see any damage. Is Grissom in front of me? There's Grissom. Because I think he had come off pit road, and so all of a sudden yeah, okay, here it is, finally. All right, I found it. All right, lap 50. This was just, yeah, getting kind of sandwiched here between these two guys. And I just missed the corner. Like, I'm glad I was the only one who went in the wall there. So what happened was these guys, yeah, okay, so I'm cruising here all by myself. These guys come off pit road. Harry Gant and Steve Grissom. I go into turn 1, trying to stay to the outside because I'm thinking I'm going to get around Grissom. But I couldn't quite get around him. Yeah, so he races me down the Long Pond Straight. We go into the tunnel turn. I give him the position. But right here, now my momentum is gone. I can maybe the helicopter here. Okay. Now my momentum's gone, but I'm catching him because I'm faster than Grissom. So I'm getting closer and closer to Grissom's bumper. Harry Gant is catching me because our momentum got all screwed up in the tunnel turn. And so it's like, now I'm like stuck right in between these two guys. And that's what makes me nervous. That's how I end up in accidents. And so I started trying to judge the braking. Okay, yeah, that's how I screwed it up. I started trying to judge the braking zone by these RVs. Because getting into turn 3, the track is flat, so you can't really see the turn. And then those numbers are just annoying. They don't really help. And then you can't see the groove because you're right up on someone's bumper. So I started counting RVs. Okay, so you got one group of RVs. Then there's a gap. And then there's a second group of RVs. And then there's this big bus-looking RV at the very end of that one, right at the 2 mark. Because it's hard to see this mark with the caution light there. It just, and then with the RVs, it just blends in, and so I never see it. And so right here, I should have been hitting the brakes. See, it's like I started hitting the brakes, and then I was like, no, that's too early. Now Harry Gant is going to run into me. And so then I got back on the gas, but then I was too late hitting the brakes. And by the time I hit the brakes again, I was running into Steve Grissom. Just lack of confidence, lack of, being decisive, and just not feeling confident going into turn 3 with people like right behind me like that. But, I mean, I didn't have any damage at all. I don't even see any scratches on the side, so the car was basically fine. And then under that pit stop, they fixed it with like one hammer hit in like half a second. So it really caused no damage or anything. It was fine. It just cost me a lot of time. That was it. And then the other part was it was all clean after that, all green and everything. And then I had a great battle with Mark Martin and Ricky Rudd. It wasn't for position. I was 16th, but they came off pit road, or I came off right behind them. Or they had fresher tires or something. I don't remember exactly. But I ended up kind of stuck with these two guys and ended up battling with them for a few laps. That was a lot of fun. That was probably my favorite part of the race. That was good stuff. Ricky and Mark were on a little older tires, so they were slower in the turns. And then I had a little fresher tire, so I was faster in the turns, but I couldn't get a good run going down the straightaway on Ricky Rudd. It took probably 10 laps before his tires wore out enough that I could get a run on him. And then I finally got around him, and then I think I pull up alongside Mark Martin here. Yeah, coming off turn 1 is where my car was the fastest relative to the AI. Yeah, I finally get up alongside and then pass him going into the tunnel turn. Okay, and then he starts getting a run on me right here, and I try to block him right here, right there. That is so not smart. I'm really lucky that I didn't get punted right there. I did that to Bill Elliott at North Wilkesboro once, and he just punted me right into the wall. So I was very lucky right there that Mark cut me a little break. And then I overshot the corner and went high because I got scared he was going to hit me after I tried to block him. That was just not smart. But I got away with it. And then I think I ended up finally passing him coming off turn 1 here. Yeah. Right there, I made another attempt at it. And I think I finally got around him in the tunnel turn. Right here. Yep. Yeah, that was a great battle. I'm very grateful that Mark Martin did not just run into the back of me and put me on the wall. That would have been really disappointing. So it worked out pretty good. All right, I exported. I saved. Done. Ernie Irvan wins it. And Ernie Irvan is the points leader, so he just extended his lead by quite a bit. And I'm not sure if I'm still in second. I may have lost a spot. All right, event. Oh, wait, that's 92. This is 94. Event. Today is April 23rd. Pocono. Race number 17. Save. Close. And then the export to 94 results. Let's go. Results. Import. Pocono. And I did lead a lap by staying out. Well, Dale Earnhardt led 99 laps. Ernie Irvan led 86. So Earnhardt got the 5 bonus points for leading most laps. I led 2 laps. So I got my 5 bonus points. And technically 2 cautions because that dumb debris caution at the very end. All right. Saved. Close. Export. Nope. Unclick all those. Yes. Okay, I got that right. All right, let's see here. After 17 events, I'm still in second. But Ernie Irvan now has a 150-point lead. Then I'm second. Then Rudd is behind me by 34. Then Speed is behind by 26. And then Terry Labonte's right behind him. Schrader's right behind him. Rusty Wallace is right behind him. Earnhardt's right behind him. Wow, so I'm at 2276. Jeff Gordon is now 10th. He's at 2046. So 230 points separating second and 10th. And then Shepard's right there too. So the top 10 is very close from second on back. But Ernie Irvan is starting to pull away with it. He has 5 wins now, which is the most. 11 top 5s, 12 top 10s. And he has 5 DNFs, and there's been 17 races. So if he hasn't DNF'd, he's gotten at least a top 10. And in only one of those races did he not get a top 5. So if he stays in the race, he's been pretty dominant. And but I've completed over 1,000 more laps than him because he has 5 DNFs. And the only thing keeping me in the championship hunt is these 0 DNFs right here. Very lucky there. I've only led 29 laps the whole season. Yeah, looking pretty good in second. The next one is so it's Talladega, then Indy, then Watkins Glen, then Michigan, and then back into all the fall races. So I wasn't sure about Pocono. I did pretty good. I got a top 10 here. Then you got Indy. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Or Talladega. Who knows? Then Indy. I'm not sure how that'll go. I've only raced there once, and it was kind of a wreck fest, though I think I only got in the wall like twice or maybe 3 times. And then Watkins Glen is kind of a toss-up, although I tend to do okay on the road courses. So these next few races I think will be good, and then get into the fall months, and then in the fall races, I think I'll do pretty good. I did pretty good in the 92 season in the fall races and made up a lot of spots in the points. All right, the real race. I watched this race a few nights ago. Jeff Bodine pretty much dominated this one. He led 156 laps out of 200. And the story of this race was the Hoosier tires. So the cars on Hoosier tires were doing really well. Like Ward Burton here finished second and started second. Ward Burton, this was easily his best finish of the season, and mostly was running like mid-pack on back. So for him to finish second was pretty cool, and he was on Hoosier tires. I'm pretty sure Nemechek was on Hoosiers, Jeff Burton was on Hoosiers, and I want to say Morgan Shepherd was probably the first guy on Goodyears. But Jeff Bodine just dominated, and at one point there was a long green flag run, and he was lapping like up to 10th place on the racetrack. Like he'd gone a whole lap on those guys, and the announcers were like, "Man, Dale Earnhardt's about to go a lap down." So only 7 cars finished on the lead lap because Bodine was just far superior than everyone else on the Hoosier tires. Um, let's see. Wally Dallenbach had a good finish, and they have been struggling to make races, so they actually made this one and finished pretty well. 16th was pretty good for him that year, and pretty good for Petty Enterprises. Let's see. Yeah, Mark Martin blew up. He was running really well, of course. Nickel, Bodine, Sachs. Irvin, yeah, he was running one of the best cars on Goodyears, but had some kind of problem and ended up falling out. Harry Gant, Schrader, Mast, Standridge, Bob Schacht. Hensley didn't make it. Dick Trickle didn't make it. Phil Parsons and Jerry O'Neill. And let's see, the 29, the 16, the 33. I think the 33, okay, that's true. Harry Gant was running really well too. He was actually running right with Jeff Bodine for a lot of the race. Yeah, see down here, he was leading laps. He led 57 and 58. And so he was following Jeff Bodine this whole run right here. He was looking really good. But then his engine blew. And all the oil got on the tires, and he spun out in turn 3, and that was the end of his race, which was really unfortunate because this was his last race at Pocono, his final season, and it looked like he might have the opportunity to win. And after this race, Earnhardt in the points lead. Ernie Irvan, 2 bad races in a row. He was leading the points, but he had 2 bad races in a row. And now he's 93 behind. Sorry. Can I? All right. No one's watching this anyway. Whatever. Who cares? All right. So Dale Earnhardt in the points lead. Ernie Irvan in second. 93 points back. Rusty Wallace way behind. Mark Martin way behind. Still a 2-man race. And Ernie Irvan is going to make up a lot of these points before we get to the Michigan race. All right. If anyone watches that race, thanks so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. I had a great time running it. That is it for this one.